everybody on social media. You know me, I'm Robbie Floyd. But look, Kate Osborne is now in the booth with me, and we have our After the Checkered segment and tell you what happened at round number 5 of TORC, the Off-Road Championship presented by Amsoil. We call it the Big House Brawl, and they brawled in the pro lights to start things off. Kyle climbing on that inside. It looks like he's got the whole shot, right, Kate?
It looks like it, but a fake out. There comes Sean Morris, and Sean Morris was set up. He was set up for this track. His truck was ready to go.
Hooked up like a tow truck, but you know, speaking of tow trucks, Kyle Kleiman was right behind him the entire race. There's Cam Reimers in the mix as well. Didn't qualify very well. If he would have started off a little better, he might have won this thing. But look at Kyle Kleiman. He stays in his tracks the entire time.
He had to work for it.
Yeah, for the first half of the race, but then you've got to do something different than the guy next to you because you're never going to make that pass. And eventually, he waits for the mistake by Sean Morris. Right here, there's only room for one truck, so the caution is, I don't know that whole saying, it's a better part of valor or whatever, but here's the mistake by Morris.
And he capitalized on it. Look at that. And he knew it was the right time. He knew that was when he needed to get around him. And he had been working it. He said he was frustrated that whole.
He was frustrated, but you know, he was happy after this because he took his third win of the row. He's the points leader. Sean Morris was happy, even though he finished second, because it's his first time in that position since ERX last year. And Sean Morris, a former winner here, and I expect him big things in round 6. But Kyle Kleiman, it's been his show. There's been 4 races, and he's won 3 of them.
You know, it was interesting. Kyle earlier today said he wants to make a name for himself in this sport. He says he wants to he wants to overcome consistency. He wants to overcome consistency. He wants to have, he wants to be very, I don't know, he wants to be confident. He wants to be consistent. He says he is making a name for himself in the sport. That is his goal.
Who's making a name for themselves in Pro 2-Wheel Drive? Let's take a look. Let's see how it went down, because we have 2 guys that's been up front all year. That has been. Brad Lovell, you see him on that far left in the Amsoil number 44. A little contact with Mark Peterson and Luke Johnson going that first turn, but Johnson come out in second. You see Lovell just railing it right off the bat. He was quicker in practice, quicker in the qualifying. We expected this out of him here today.
I will say there was a different air about him in the paddock, and you know what? He even fought for it. There was a bit of an incident there.
You're going the wrong way. The Peterson, he was up front.
He was up front.
Back.
Brad Lovell and Luke Johnson, though, they had a great battle. Again, these guys having to work for their positions on this podium.
Yeah, and you see Luke Johnson going inside, trying to find enough grip and yet not bog that motor down, and he was fast, just not quite fast enough, and a super happy Brad Lovell.
I mean, a super happy is an understatement. This was a long time coming for him. This is his first Pro 2 win. This is one of those days he will remember for the rest of his life. He has been working for this one, no doubt.
And his boys visited him on the podium as well. He's been racing throughout the year. It hadn't just been about TORC. He does other off-road stuff, rock climbing, you name it, he does it all. But congratulations, your first ever win in Pro 2, Brad Lovell. We still have one more race to talk about, the Pro 4-Wheel Drive. Which Grieve would win? That's basically what we've been talking about. Or would it be somebody else? Ross Hook's in the mix.
Perhaps.
Look at him on the inside. Who would have thought Ross Hook would get the whole shot and check out for like 2 or 3 laps?
He was ready, and Johnny Greaves was he was asking Johnny for a set of tires even. He knew he was going to have a quick truck as long as he had those tires.
Yeah, and Johnny hit the over-rotation station there, but here comes CJ Greaves into the mix, and CJ got underneath Ross and kind of made the pass. But look at this pass. This is the pass of the day for me. Look at Johnny Greaves. Outside, in the middle.
3 wide.
Shoots the gap there, threads the needle, and takes over second place. That's where he finished. Keegan Kincaid, he was strong in third, made a big bobble in that turn a little bit later in the race, over-rotated, came to the inside line, and that really cost him his chance at second. There it is right there. Just got up in that cushion. It turned around on him. He lost a ton of time in that, and that cost him a chance at second on the podium. But CJ Greaves, Johnny Greaves, they were tied coming into this round. They are no more. CJ now, with his 3rd win of the season, is 2 points ahead of his father. I am your father, Luke. CJ Greaves takes the win. Congratulations, has the champagne. Kate Osborne, high five.
Hey, yo.
After the checkered, we are done. We'll see you next round. That's stop 6 of TORC, the Off-Road Championship.